Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daisy, your favorite low-code and no-code developer. The other day, I talked about various ways you can earn on Upwork aside your regular Upwork profile, where you apply for jobs, where you get direct contracts, where you get invites, where you get direct messages. I mentioned using consultation and Project Catalogue. And that day, we talked mainly on using consultation. And today we're going to be talking on using Project Catalogue to earn on Upwork. So now I need to mention that this is not a guarantee that you will get jobs. So, but if you have these things set up on your profile, clients can easily reach out to you either through consultation or buying a project plan from your profile without necessarily hiring you. So it's always good to exhaust all the options, the various options that you can earn with on a platform like Upwork. So let's get into it and talk about Project Catalogue on Upwork. So Project Catalogue is like having plans. You know how if you want to subscribe for a software, you have the free plan, the pro plan, the business plan, something like that. So they call it tier on Upwork. So you will have a category that it will fall under. So this will be what will show on your profile, what you're offering the clients. You'll get Zapier automations and integration that solve straightforward problems. And these are the various plans. So this is just a picture. There are lots of pictures here. Just mentioning all I can do for the client. If you watched the previous video on the consultation, some of the things are very similar here. Where I mentioned from the previous video that you don't add your email, you don't add your WhatsApp number, you don't add your company name, you don't add anything, logo, watermarks or anything, because it could be flagged and your project or consultation profile will not be approved by Upwork. If you've not watched that video, please do well to go through my YouTube channel, find the video. This video will particularly be in a playlist, so you can just go through the playlist to get that video so that you're able to follow through with us. So these are just a list of what I can do for the clients and let them have an idea. So for a starter, which is $100, this is for Zapier consultation. I'll give them a simple automation setup, and these are small single step automation that solve straightforward problem. And Zapier comes in different category. You could have multiple zaps and all that. So you need to be sure that for every pack or every service you're offering, you're able to give them what is required of them, like you're spelling out what they will get, right? So this is for advanced workflow automation, and this one involves getting multi-step zaps with filters, delays, and basic formatting. I mean, if this is your field, you understand what I'm talking about. But if this is not your field, this should just serve as a template for you. Whatever service you're offering, break them into categories and offer them into starter, standard, and advanced with pricing. Put the price of your choice. You know your worth. But I always tell people, if you're starting off something, you know the bulk of the work. So why this price is here is because a multi-step zap could have as much as 10 zaps, 10 steps in a zap, could have up to 10 and 5, 7 steps in a zap. So that's why that price is there. That's just a starting plan. Now this is a comprehensive automation where you're doing complex workflows like that involves conditional logics. I mean, if you've seen my portfolio, you will see that I have a picture of a zap that has branches, kind of. That's where I can explain it. So that's more like a complex workflow, and it could be more complex than that, where I use conditional logic, custom codes like Python, and integrations of APIs. That's like a whole lot. That's why my starting price is $300, right? Then I put how many days I can deliver. If it's this one, 2 days max, I should be able to deliver or less. If it's a standard, 4 days max or less. This one could take up to 6 days to deliver, depending on the time frame. So for the project catalog, when you go down, the delivery days which we've shown here, then there are add-ons. So by number of revision, this means like when you do the work, how long or how often would the client review the work for you to know that, guy, it's okay. You're beginning to make me do more than what we have budgeted. So a client is entitled to review their work 2 times to make corrections, 3 times for standard, 4 times for advanced. I mean, these are things you have to fill in, right, when you're setting up your profile. So if they want the delivery more than, so if it's for starter, delivery is 2 days, but if they want it more than faster, like earlier than 2 days, they'll pay an extra $10, $30 to have it ready. If they want to make an additional revision, that's they want to revise more than what is on the profile for what the plan they pick, they'll pay an additional $10 for me to make any necessary correction. If they want ongoing support and maintenance, monthly supports and all that, to be troubleshooting, to be maintaining, that's an additional $50 monthly. So you can always have more add-ons, but I think I was just satisfied with just these add-ons you get. So yeah, if you followed my previous video on consultation, these places are not new to you. You understand how we got here. So steps for completing your project, I had to outline the steps I will use in completing the client's project. After purchasing the project, send requirements so Adese can start the project. Delivery time starts when Adese receives requirements from you. Exactly. So I told them, can you give me a rundown of what your project entails in detail to help me understand it better and give a tailored need? Adese works on your project following the steps below. Revisions may occur after delivery. Understand your project thoroughly. Map out a workflow and get to work. When they've provided what is required, these are the steps that takes me. Then revision. Review the work, release payment, and leave feedback to Adese. What if I'm not happy with the work? Adese gets paid when you approve the work. If you are dissatisfied, you can request a refund. So this one is a question the clients will ask. So they are assuring the client that if they are not satisfied, they can get a refund and mention that they were not satisfied. So Upwork is looking out for everybody. So if you watched my consultation video, you would have seen this, and it's actually a Zoom meeting that will happen between me and the client. And this is my other consultation profile, my other project catalog profile, which is for Airtable. But if I'm able to review one, that's okay. So these are related project catalog from other people here. So people like you also viewed this. These are not fields that are related to me, but I'm just suggesting people who have done project catalogs. So let's do an edit of the project. I'm not editing anything, but I just want to show you how it looks like at the back end when you're setting it up so that you prepare your mind for when you want to set up one. So I had to put that disclaimer so that you don't think I want to set up a project for you to see. So do we ask you? So this one here, this you will get is inbuilt by Upwork. Your own is just to add what you want to add. But by the time it's edited, it will show you will get Zapier. You can't edit these first 3 words. So you're only allowed to edit, and you have to be very careful because there are character limits. I like to write plenty. But setting up consultation and project catalog has, helped me see how I can summarize some of the plenty things I want to talk about. So I said you'll get Zapier automation and integration that solve straightforward problems. What category? Like the consultation falls under other developments and IT for my field. So project attributes, like maybe the category it falls under development, it falls under IT. Related tags, I call them keywords. So I put in necessary keywords that when the client searches for these keywords, I could easily pop up, you get. So you can save and continue. Then this is where you come for your pricing. So you have your category. So for the custom, for starter, it's titled Simple Automation Setup. For standard, it is Advanced Workflow Automation for the advanced. I mean, if you followed from the beginning, you would have seen all these titles. So I gave you brief. I mean, you can't talk plenty. You can see 80 characters, 80 characters, 80 characters. So just give a summary of what each ones are. I mean, we went through this at the beginning, so it gives you an idea on on what the write-ups are about. So delivery days, 2 days, 4 days, 6 days, like we saw at the beginning, number of revisions, like we saw at the beginning, then the pricing for each tier. Now the additional add-on, like the delivery days that you saw that I mentioned $10, it was there. So for starter, it's $10, for standard, $20 for advance. So if you want quick delivery, these are the additional money you will get. If you want to do an additional revision, you pay $10. Custom add-ons, that's if there's an add-on that was not mentioned here, you can now create your own add-on. So my own extra one was ongoing support and maintenance. Some of them would want somebody who will keep working and maintaining their setup, their automation setup. So if you want that, you pay an additional money monthly, and that's an extra $50. I feel I'm very generous with this because what that maintenance could mean is that if there's a problem, if the app has an issue, I have to fix it. I might have to do some scripting and all that is outside what they have paid. So I just feel like since they've paid one of the big amounts, like $100, $200, and $300, $50 monthly shouldn't be much of an issue. And maybe after a while we can review prices. So yeah, that's that for that one. So gallery is where you input all that there is concerning. So mine is just to add in all the services I offer to the clients. I had to add as much as possible just to let them know what I do. Yours doesn't have to be like mine. There are other people's own on the platform on Upwork that if you check out theirs are not like mine. I just like to be different. I just like to do my things on my own accord, you get. So this just gives you an insight. You just have a summary of what you can offer. It doesn't have to be very, very detailed like mine. Sometimes I can be extra. So don't be like me. So I added what I offer, Then if I wanted to add a video, maybe a video describing what I do, I could do that. I didn't want to do that. If it's a PDF document describing what I can offer, that's still fine. You can do that. You have options to pick from. Then we'll go to process next. Requirements and steps. So info you will need from the client. So what are the things I want from you? Okay, this was the one I mistook with the consultation that I said I made compulsory. Like this one that said clients need to answer before I can start working. Where I mentioned, can you give me a rundown of what your project entails in detail and all that, you get? So yeah, that's about that. If I want to add more questions, I can, but I don't want to overkill it. Steps you take to get the project done. Understand the project thoroughly. Understand your project with your description of it in detail, either in writing or via a call. Map out a workflow. So when I've understood it, the next step is to map out a workflow that will help me do it. Then the next is to get to work after mapping it. So here, draft out a map flow based on your project description so you understand the sequence of the workflow before I get to work. Certainly the clients should have looked at the workflow, approved of it before I get to work. So the next is to get to work. So this is just the process. So the next is the project description. I think you have to give an overview of what you expect, briefly explain what sets you apart, sets you and your project apart. So each project is in different tiers according to various levels of needs. So your business will help me understand your needs, specific needs, followed by a tailored solution to meet your goals. Say I listen, communicate, and offer suggestions if allowed so as to deliver excellence to you. Let's automate your workflow and save you valuable time. So I did not add any frequently asked question here because I believe for you to have bought my plan, you already have an idea on what it fits. It's not like a consultation that doesn't give you a plan or something for them to pick from that fits into their need. That one is just a straightforward consultation. So you really need to have an idea of what the client wants ahead of time and possible questions that they will ask. But you can always ask frequently asked questions. Tomorrow I could wake up and ask this and add a frequently asked question as it deems fit. You get. So yeah, that's that for that. Then the next is that maximum number of simultaneous projects. So how many projects can I take on? So if clients are reaching out to me, how many projects do I know I can take on? Certainly I can't take more than 2. So I think the reason why Upwork has this is so that if you're booked for up to 2 projects, they could easily block you from getting more projects or let the other clients that want to book you know that you are involved with other projects. I don't know why, but I had to be truthful here. I do not want to put what I know that I cannot do. I can work on 2 projects simultaneously. Anything more than 2, I might not deliver an excellent job. So I try to be truthful to myself. Read, read, mark what necessary, and save projects. And when you are done, you save your projects and Upwork will review it. Mine is always I am approved as soon as possible. So since we have reviewed that of Zapier, I don't see the need for us to review that of Airtable because it's basically the same way. Basically the same way. So what I've run through for Zapier is the same way for Airtable. So you need to understand that, okay? So I wish you the absolute best and I'll be rooting for you to work on more projects and earn on Upwork aside the regular kind of way. My name once more is Adeze, and it was nice walking you through how to create a project catalog. I wish you the very best and do take care. Subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.